Hello, my name is Sierra Owens. Today I'm going to be doing Chapter 12, Communicable Diseases. Basically, communicable diseases are microorganisms, bacteria, parasites, infections that are transmitted through insects, contamination of food, and water. As a result, this is something that the whole world suffers from, where it's from diarrhea diseases, from malaria, HIV, AIDS, tuberculosis. All of those diseases are part of the communicable diseases that affect us worldwide. The chapter basically sums up how it focuses on the emerging and re-emerging of infectious diseases, bioterrorism. It introduces some communicable diseases, the morbidity and disability and mortality in low and middle income countries. It presents briefs, cases controlled by chapter, case studies, things of that nature. It goes over the links between communicable diseases and MDGs, whether you're eradicating extreme hunger, achieving universal primary education, reducing child mortality, improving maternal health, combat for HIV, AIDS, malaria, and other diseases, and whether you're developing a global partnership that helps. The chapter also goes over the burdens of communicable diseases and how it affects us, how those emerging and re-emerging infectious diseases and antimicrobial resistance, things of that nature. When you look at the chapter, it will touch bases on how it affects low income and middle income countries, especially with things like HIV, malaria, tuberculosis. Those are like the top three diseases that affects low and middle income countries all over the world. I can say South Africa, and some South Asian areas are the most affected by communicable diseases due to being low income and in poverty and not being able to afford those preventable treatments. And chapter 12 gives you a little insight on how each disease focuses on that. We address the burdens of HIV, the burdens of tuberculosis, the burdens of malaria, the burdens of, it's a bunch of diseases, but the burdens of malaria, tropical diseases, the burdens of diarrheal diseases. Like all of those diseases play a major impact on the world, mainly those low poverty and middle class ones, because they don't have access to clean water and healthy food and medical services to assist them with preventing these diseases from interacting and causing a burden to them, and they can't afford it. So that's the reason why they suffer through these diseases. And now that they're re-emerging for the countries that have taken the time to get their shots and to stay healthy and to do everything they need to do to be clear of those diseases, the diseases are re-emerging because they are basically not, that the injections that are given us are no longer being effective anymore. It's as if they're not working, or the parasites is just they're basically like enlarging. They're taking over. They're becoming bigger and bigger. And the chapter 12, it just breaks down all of those diseases, the outbreaks of them, the drugs that they dealt with, and the future challenges to control these diseases, how health systems it needs to be more effective in lower and middle income countries. Like it's very in depth on these diseases and how we can do better to make sure the lower income and middle income countries don't become so affected by that they spread it in some kind of ways where it takes over the entire countries in those areas. And also to keep it from spreading to the U.S. and other high-income countries. That was chapter 4, Communicable Diseases. Thank you.